Today's lesson is on laws of exponents. Our focus for today is understanding what these laws are. We will begin to apply these laws as we work throughout Unit 2. Alright, make sure that you are copying this information down into your Cornell notes that have been provided for you. We're going to start by looking at parts of an exponential term. 7 squared is what we call a power. The entire term is a power. 7 is our base, and 2 is our exponent. What you need to understand of exponents is that all of these numbers are powers. So we have 5 to the 4th power, 8 to the 3rd power, x to the 7th power, y to the 5th power, and a to the nth power. You need to be able to identify the base and the exponent whenever you're given a power. Let's start with our product rule. Make sure you copy down the definition and example in your notes. When multiplying two powers with the same base, you are going to add the exponents. As you can see with this example, our base is a. Our exponents are m and n. So we can rewrite or simplify this as reading a to the m plus n power. The quotient rule. When dividing two powers with the same base, all you need to do is subtract the exponents. As you can see here, our base is a. We then have an exponent of m and n. Since this is a division problem, our quotient will show the subtraction of the exponents, so that is a to the m minus n power. Power to a power. To simplify any power of a power, simply multiply the exponents. This is different from the product. With this one, we are multiplying our exponents together. As you can see, inside of our parentheses is a to the m power. Both of these are raised to the n power, so we multiply m times n to give us mn. Product to a power. The power of a product rule states when a product is raised to a power, you can raise each number to that power. So for this one, we have AB in parentheses. The entire problem is raised to the n power. So that is a to the n power times b to the n power. Here are two other examples. Make sure you copy these in your notes. With the first one, we see we have 3x squared. That means that 3 is squared and x is squared, and then we multiply their products together. 3 squared equals 9, and x squared is x squared. So simplified, that would be 9x squared. The same is true for the second one. We have 2y to the 4th power. That means we have 2 raised to the 4th power and y raised to the 4th power. So that's 2 to the 4th power, or 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 16. And we have y to the 4th power, which is y to the 4th power. Quotient to a power. The power of a quotient rule states when a quotient is raised to a power, the result is the quotient of the numerator to the power and the denominator to the power. So here we have a divided by b. Both of these are raised to the n power. So we have a to the n power over b to the n power. So again, our numerator was raised to the n power, our denominator was raised to the n power. We see the same thing for the example below. 3 over x to the second power. So that is 3 squared over x squared. We continue to simplify. 3 times 3 is 9 over x squared. Zero power property. Any value to the power of 0 equals 1. For example, a to the 0 power equals 1. We could have 99,999 raised to the 0 power, and that will equal 1. The same is true when we have variables. M to the 0 power equals 1. Again, any number or any value or variable raised to the 0 power equals 1. Finally, we have negative exponents. A negative exponent means we have to rewrite our power term as 1 over whatever your denominator is as a fraction, okay? So we take what began as our power term, and that becomes the denominator within our fraction. So a to the negative m power will result in 1 over a to the m power. Negative exponents are positive fractions. Please note that a cannot be 0 because 1 over 0 is not possible.